This playthrough is rated T for teen. It's time to return to the world of Kate Walker and her amazing journey. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with a new game from our library, and this time it's Syberia, The World Before, published in 2022 by Microids and based off the point-and-click adventure game Syberia by Benoît Sokal. We take another journey into Kate Walker and someone else who joins the journey. Unfortunately, Sokal had died, I think, right before this game was being worked out. I think that he worked on some of the script or had a script idea, and then some of the people took the idea from it. So, unfortunately, I'm not as familiar with this game as the other ones because I didn't play this initially when it came out. So this will be a bit more raw for me than some of the other games because I liked the first two games. The third game was kind of meh, and so we'll see if they improved upon it in this game. Some people say this game is better overall than the third game, so we'll see what happens. Wait, who's this? That's not Kate Walker. Who's this lady? Well, she's a new character. We'll find out more about her in a second. So, and this game is only played with mouse, so no keyboard required. Let's see if there's anything I need to do on this one. Yeah, we'll leave everything on. Let's see. Quality high. Yep, that's all good. Yeah, what's all this stuff? We didn't need this with the original game. Yeah, I'll do that for subtitles just for... Yeah, we'll try 3 for subtitle size just for reading it. So yeah, pretty simple. Click left, click to move, run, and choices, and then right click for like camera and stuff like that. So okay. And then previously.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here. My name is Kate Walker. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory.
I am afraid that the sale of the Vauldemare factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed. There is an heir, Miss Walker.
Where can I reach him?
Hans Vauldemare is somewhere in Syberia.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Model XC2000. My common name is Oscar.
You said you were a train engineer?
What do you think you're doing, Kate? I wanted updates. I wanted results.
Kate, please!
Olivia, tell me what's going on. I'm well aware that this trip has taken me far from New York and far from the Kate you once knew.
Are you leaving us, Kate Walker?
And you know what surprises me the most? I don't miss it.
Take me to Syberia, Kate Walker.
I promise, Hans Vauldemare.
What news have you got? Kate Walker's gone, far away, into another world.
It was really a beautiful voyage. Now it is time to say goodbye.
Oscar!
I'm afraid she's too far gone. We're losing her. She ain't gonna be coming back.
Three months ago, nomads found her dying in northern Syberia. Born in New York in the United States. Walker. Kate Walker. She is very quickly going to become a problem.
Kate Walker will always represent a problem for us, and also for our cause.
How did I end up here?
We Yukos migrate with our snow ostriches to the sacred lands.
Miss Walker, the Justice Department is looking for you, you know.
I'm not going back to New York with you.
It's a long journey, a very special journey.
Yeah, remember when the third game ended with a cliffhanger? Good lord. Anyway, yeah, so for those who need catching up, there you go. That's pretty much the gist of it. So let's start the new game and see where Kate Walker and this lady end up at. Vaughan Musical District, Spring, 1937. Spring 1937. A young woman runs through the streets of Vaughan, the capital of a small central European country. Her name is Dana Rose. She must be on time for a very important event, like the White Rabbit. You know, I thought the music sounded pretty good and recognizable. Inon Zur, he's done quite a few big PC game titles, so surprised he did a... Well, I was actually, couldn't say surprised. Anyway, the game, we just point and click.
I need to hurry. Frau Beckmann said she will be waiting for me on the square at the top of the main street.
Might turn down the subtitle size a little bit, but yeah, just like in the previous game, we just click to move around, interact with stuff, you know, see what's available. Can't go that way. Yeah, this one's going to be a pretty on rails type of game. There's a little bit of exploration, but as you can see, everything is highlighted if you can examine it or talk to people. So, as you can see here.
Big date?
Herr Baumgartner's Bakery. Usually love the place. Everybody does at the academy. But today I'm much too nervous to eat a strudel.
All the best for later.
Okay.
Herr Baumgartner's Bakery. Usually love the place.
Oh, it's the same dialogue.
Everybody does at the academy. But today I'm much too nervous to eat a strudel.
Hurry along to the square. You don't want to be late. Not today of all days.
Okay, good to know that I only have to click on stuff once in a while. So we gotta get to the square, huh? We're late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. Alright, click on read to read text. Can't just read it for me, huh? Vaughan, the beating heart of Europe. Yeah, I guess there's nothing I can turn or move around in this thing.
I need to hurry. Frau Beckmann said she will be waiting for me on the square at the top of the main street.
That's just to remind me of what I'm supposed to do. Reach the main square. There's my item system there. So okay, just double checking and see if there's anything else I could read there. So I had some stuff in my inventory I could check out. Reach the main gate. Okay, here's our diary. May 23rd, 1937, 7:30 a.m. There had to be an important event for me to begin this diary. So the big day is here. I've been chosen among all the students at the Magic Academy to play the swan song, the Hymn of Vaughan, on the main square. Didn't sleep last night. Feeling terrified. Can't even bring myself to play that beautiful melody again before leaving. What does it matter anyway? My fate will be played out later today at 12:15 precise. There's always a big crowd on the square for the occasion. 8:30 a.m. Got butterflies. Couldn't eat a thing for breakfast, even though Mother made her delicious chocolate apricot sour tart cake that I usually adore. My parents won't be coming to see me. They can't leave the shop on a day like today. It's the best day of spring for retailers. And anyway, perhaps it is better this way. Could not bear being disgraced in front of them should I fail to make the grade. Mr. and Mrs. Zimmer have arrived. They came more and more after these days. It's always for business, though. Father keeps saying to whoever will listen that there is no such thing as too much business in times like these. While the men get down to dealing in the study, Mr. Zimmer is on an art dealer. Mrs. Zimmer helps Mother in the shop. 11 a.m. Frau Beckman is expecting me. She is the rectoress of the academy. Better stop writing. Don't forget the notification. Kiss parents. Jump in the first tram. Now off you go, Dana. No documents, items. We got Vagan's hymn score. And this is a tutorial on how to observe information to rotate objects. Okay. Skip. Okay, hold it down. There it is there. There we go.
The Hymn of Wagen, my favorite concerto.
It's your favorite ever, and you're afraid to do anything with it. Whee! I mean, there's nothing really to check on this thing. You can flip it, I guess, but there's not much else to it, so, alright. The convocation notice. And on the back, so...
My convocation notice from the Music Academy. I have to give it to Frau Beckmann once I arrive at the square.
Good to know. We'll be prepared and ready to go when we hand that over to him. Alright. Back up, I guess. Okay. Okay. Can't go any further that way, so... Yes, we must keep going. We must interact with things. Before it's too late, otherwise we won't know what to do. Hurry. Hurry, Dana. Check those things.
Looks like everyone left in a hurry. Oh my goodness, they must all be waiting for me on the square.
Well, I mean, of course they're waiting in the square. They're waiting for you to play your music. You can't disappoint them, Dana.
Looks like everyone left in a hurry. Oh my goodness, they must all be waiting for me on the square.
Why did I check that again? I knew better than that. Gotta remember, I'm so used to adventure games having multiple things repeated over and over. I forgot modern games don't do that as often. It's a rare occurrence. Yeah, double click for running. Ooh, a painting there. Secondary objectives. Throughout the adventure, you'll sometimes be given secondary objectives. There is no obligation for you to accomplish these objectives, but if you do, they will lead you to interesting additional content and background information. Be aware that active secondary objectives will be canceled if you progress throughout the story before accomplishing them. So stay alert and do not hesitate to get off the beaten path. Really, like I said, like the game says, there's no reason really to do this except for achievements and stuff like that. So if you're playing on a Steam or something like that, or GOG or that has this, then it's for those types of things.
Not bad at all. I wonder if Papa would sell it in his shop, though.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it looks good. But then again, I'm not an artur, so let's go down this way. Otherwise, you could just go straight up if you want to complete the objective, so... Ah, strange old man there.
Goodness. A rock?
Oh no. Vandals.
Are you all right?
None for the worse for wear. What worries me is it's getting worse every day.
That's what my father says.
Never mind, eh? Always look on the bright side. At least, it's prompted me to make some repairs that I've been putting off.
Do you know who did this?
I've got a good idea, yes. Good for nothing hoodlums.
I see who you mean. They only feel big and strong when they're together, though.
Right. But people like that can be dangerous when they're driven by an ideal. Especially when it's based on hate and the rejection of other cultures. And they hold no love for Vagarans, that's for sure.
Ah, well, yeah, there's a somewhat of a decision system here where you can either choose one path or the other, so you can just highlight it. And so, for the most part, it doesn't really matter what you choose, but...
My parents and I are Vagarans.
Well, in that case, I wish you well. Troubled times are these, young lady. For people like us. Ah, enough talk of nastiness. Ah. I see you're carrying a music case. Would you be the lucky young lady who's to enchant our ears this year?
I am. And I should go. It's nearly time.
Well, let me congratulate you first. Music is one of the few pleasures left to us nowadays. So, thank you, Fraulein. Thank you for spreading it around. Would you like to do me the honor of writing something in the cement before you go? I'll add the date like they do in Hollywood. It's all the rage these days, you know.
Well,
Unless you're worried, it would make you late.
We're already late enough as it is, so... Okay, so... if you do this, you get an achievement, so... if you're playing with that. Bass clef, Avant Swan, my initials. Doesn't really matter, really, so... Let's do a bass clef.
all right. I will.
Here you go. Ah, perfect. A bass clef. Drawn by the hand of a budding virtuoso. Very fitting, considering what awaits you on the square.
Thank you, mein Herr. I really should go now if I don't want to be late at the Music Academy.
I'll be listening from here.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Alright, I think the subtitles are a little big. I'll turn it back down to 2. Where was that on? Because it almost takes up the whole screen, it seems like. Alright, so yeah, you get an achievement for doing that. Anything else?
I can't wait to hear you play.
Ah, yes. Just don't cover up that bass clef. I put all my work into it, dang it.
What's the point of damaging books? It's disgraceful.
Well, people have burned books for lesser reasons, so...
Same thing happened last month to the shop of Papa's friend, Herr Zimmer.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of burning books. I feel like that's... or just destroying books in general. I feel like all books should be available to be read, and you can make your decisions from there.
At least, if my concert's a fiasco, I'll still have left my mark here for posterity.
Alright. I think that's it. Yeah, not much to really move around, so... Okay, so to complete the objective, we just go down here. Most of the objectives are pretty easy to do. Yeah, all we have to do is just check this sign here.
The ghetto. Mama and Papa often talk about it when they think I'm not listening. They say that more and more Vagarans are being forced to live here. Anyway, I'd better not hang around or I'll end up being late at the square.
Anyway, we can complete the side objective, which gets you the achievement Parallel Investigation if you do that. Like I said, if you're achievement hunters, I've heard you can, if you're good at this, you can fast travel the achievements in like 6 hours. But if you play the game like just normally, about 10 to 15 hours, depending on how much you want to play through it. If you want to get all the achievements...
Is it that late already? Frau Beckmann will kill me if I don't get to the square on time.
You have to, you can't get all the achievements first run through. You actually have to play the game twice to do that, so...
Damn bloody Vagaren.
I wonder what country this is supposed to represent.
The National Socialist Party of Ostertal. I think that's what Papa calls the Brown Shadow. Nothing but yobs in uniform, according to him. I'd better not hang around here.
I wonder if a certain man in a mustache is getting really popular around here. Who knows? But anyway, I think that's... Okay, just seeing if there's anything else to investigate, so... I'll try to find everything if I can. But at least I'm not as, I'm only vaguely familiar with this game. I haven't played through it only once, so you'll have to forgive me.
That must be her.
Good grief.
Now they're waiting for me. I'm walking on death row here. I'm walking on sunshine. Not.
Guten Tag, Frau Beckmann.
Ah, Fraulein Rose, there you are. A few minutes more, and you would have been late.
Please excuse me, Frau Beckmann, but I was delayed on the way.
May I have your convocation notice?
Yeah, just leave. And then this just tells you how to give the convocation notice. So it's how to give items in the game.
Thank you, Fraulein Rose. Now, remember, performing at the annual spring concert is a great honor and rewards the best Music Academy student of the year. So it is imperative that you show yourself worthy.
I will do my best, Frau Beckmann.
The piano is ready. Make this day yours, Dana Rose.
Alright, time for us to show us some music. So, alright, it tells us how to look around. We already know that from other things, but thanks anyway. Alright, get the piano ready. Let's take a look at everything, see? See, we're supposed to pull that first, but we'll look at everything else, so...
I have to activate the piano first. There's a mechanism on the side of it. It'll be all right. It'll be all right, Dana. You'll not make any mistakes, and they will come out of the tower.
Come on, play something then.
Oh, good grief. I'd better get started quickly.
There's no timer in this game. There's not a death scenario, so, like, you know.
Once I've activated the piano, everything will be ready to go.
You don't even discuss anything, do you? Yeah, there's not as much as you'd like to think you can examine, but... Okay, alright. This is how to manipulate stuff with the left analog stick. So, I guess I could have turned the tutorials off, but yeah. Pull it down.
Everything's ready. All I need to do now is arrange my sheet music and begin.
So yeah, you need to put your sheet music on that. I was seeing if there's anything else that appeared. Nope, I guess not. Okay. Yep. Yeah, it's how to use items, so we need to use our hymn score on that. And let's begin. And with that, Dana's story is on temporary hold. Oh, my poor baby, Kate Walker. What have they done to you? Yeah, that's Kate. Oh, my God. They slapped her with modernism. Ugh, no. Anyway, consult your diary to get a reminder of previous events. The diary also gives you access to the objectives and documents. So, and then we press that to open it. So when there's ever the document thing there, so let's skip that. Well, let's use introspection to remind ourselves of the whole situation. That's an achievement if you do that, by the way. Which is her book. Seeking Kate Walker. Nick Canton's reports. That's the detective that was chasing us, who is voiced by the guy who does Dr. Robotnik's voice. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Miss Olivia Foster. Number 1, Lexington Avenue, York City. Dear Miss Foster, we have not had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Nick Canton, a private detective. A few years back, I was asked by the law firm Marson and Lamont to find Miss Kate Walker and bring her back to the United States. As you will know, she is wanted by the police for alleged misappropriation of funds. The pursuit of your friend has been hectic, to say the least. Indeed, I fear it has affected my mental health. I ended up being the victim of a serious accident and now find myself in the Vauldemare clinic where I am convalescing. This is where the parcel you sent to Kate Walker landed up. Your address was written on the back of the envelope. I am given to believe that Miss Walker was among your closest friends, which is why I am writing to you. I should explain that I am no longer mandated by anyone to find the young lady. However, I must admit I am still keen to carry on with my mission, my sole objective being to try to warn Miss Walker about all the trouble that she keeps getting herself into, and, if possible, to persuade her to come home. Where are you, Miss Walker? Nevertheless, I must admit that as I write this letter, I have no idea of her whereabouts, especially since my long convalescence has meant that I have lost track of her recent events. I'd like to pick up my investigation as soon as possible to find your friend and hand her your letter. Yours sincerely, Nick Canton. December 23rd, 2004. Dear Miss Foster, I hope this letter finds you well. I am pleased to inform you that I have managed to locate the Yucca Nevada, where they were escorting Miss Walker the last time I met her. There's some pictures there. They told me that despite the sacrifice of Oscar, the automaton, to protect her, she is taken prisoner by a dangerous local fascist militia. After almost a year of laborious investigation, this trail allowed me to localize Miss Walker with near certitude. And there's a picture of the villain from the third game and the crazy doctor lady. She's detained in a salt mine. This mine is in reality a labor camp owned by a consortium of mobsters and neo-Nazis in search of vestiges of past grandeur of their nation. Well, if it works for Indiana Jones, why doesn't it work for Kate Walker, right? I have just arrived in the region. As I expected, the mine guards refused to hand Miss Walker over to me. They even pushed back my attempts to bribe them. A bet on the light side, though. I must admit, due to my deplorable finances, the guards nonetheless assured me that she was well. So for some reason, they burst out laughing on mentioning her close relationship with her cellmate and the way in which the two young women protected each other. In return for the small amount of cash I could muster up, the guards promised me they would give the parcel to Miss Walker. In the meantime, until I found a way of getting her out of this hornet's nest, I have no other choice but to believe them. And there's the money and parcel and stuff like that. Our objective is to talk to Kata Yusha, which is our cellmate. Documents and inventory. Okay. Alright, let's introspect a bit.
God, another day of hard labor. What are you gonna do now, Kate? Jeez, can't believe it's been almost a year since the militia sent me here. Gotta get out, move on. Whatever that might be. But how, though? No news from outside, nothing. Does anyone even know I'm here? For Christ's sake, someone must be looking for me, mustn't they? Mustn't they?
Alright, then we can just get pictures and we can continue after that. Yeah, sorry, Kate Walker. I was just seeing how the camera worked, how long that would last if it resets or whatever. Okay, that's it. Man, I mean, I like the fact that they still got Kate Walker's original voice actress to voice her, but man, she sounds way too old now for how old Kate's actually supposed to be. Kate's not supposed to be that old, you know, by this point, so it kind of throws you off, because I think Kate's only supposed to be like mid-20s or something like that by this point in the game, if I remember correctly. But anyway. Code of Conduct. Cell section number 3, cell number 31. Occupants, Katayushi Spiridonova, and Kate Walker. Section manager, Simona Kalanina. Code of Conduct. The color assigned to your team must be visible at you at all times, both outside and inside your cell. Any non-compliance will be punished. 2. The salt extraction quota must be filled every day. Any non-compliance will be punished. 3. The extraction of ivory and patriotic relics must be reported to a site staff member immediately. Any non-compliance will be punished. 4. You must respect and obey your section manager, but also the entire site staff. Any non-compliance will be punished. Meals and rest are privileges, not entitlements. Any abuse thereof will be considered as non-compliance. Any non-compliance will be punished. 6. Each cell is granted a privilege of 5 liters of water a day. Any abuse thereof will be considered as non-compliance. Any non-compliance will be punished. I wonder if you'll be punished. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling that we might get punished. Yeah, they tell you to look around, but there's really not much looking around. Pushkin's poem. In the depths of the Siberian mines, keep your proud patience. In the depths of the Siberian mines, your sorrowful labor and great ambitions of your thoughts will not be wasted. Hope, the faithful sister of misery, will wake up your courage and amusement. In the dark underground, the desired time will come. Love and friendship will come to you through the somber gates. As my free voice reaches you in your miserable holes, heavy locks will fall down, prisons will crash, and freedom will greet you gladly at the door, and brothers will give you the sword. Alexander Pushkin. And there's that little this there. Katayushi's guitar pick. Beast! Release the beast! There it is.
Katyusha's punk group. Would love to have seen them.
Oh, sorry, it's Katyusha's. Sorry. I'm going by whatever the characters say the dialogue is supposed to be, so. Is there anything else in here? Other than the obvious. Oh, there we go.
I better freshen up first and see how Katyusha is. I'll pick up my gear after.
Yeah, poor Kate.
Better not hang around getting ready. Simona isn't the worst guard here, but best not get her back up.
Alright, I guess we're done with that. Let's talk to our cellmate. Howdy, partner.
Sleep okay?
Like a bear.
Yeah, I heard. Better get ready, Katyusha.
I feel like I've been run over by a tank.
Alright, let's just ask all the questions.
You okay?
Sure. Digging an assault mine 12 hours a day in the hope of finding a fragment of ivory? Couldn't be better.
Don't let it get to you.
Maybe I'm a fool, Kate. Maybe I should have listened to my folks. If I had stayed in line in the National Choir like a good little pawn instead of forming an anti-establishment punk group, I would not be here now. I'm glad I've got you, though.
Listen, Katyusha. We're going to get out of here, right?
Yeah, right. If you say so.
Today's the day we're supposed to take over from Team Orange in Gallery C, right?
Don't remind me. They say it's really tough. Isolated with no rescue party on hand. Which is crazy, because it's the worst gallery for cave-ins.
We should get going, Katyusha. I mean, what if the guard catches us slacking off when we should be ready?
Who? Simona? She's no altar girl, but she's not the worst around here.
True.
But I will be ready in time to leave. I just want to get all the rest I can.
Come on, Katyusha. Better get ready.
Sure. Okay.
5 minutes, no more. Da?
Da.
Alright, let's get ready for work. We dig. Oh, wait. Well, actually, that song is apropos. It's just not as happy in this situation. Dig with a shovel or a pick. In a mine, where a million diamonds shine. I totally need to press a button to do this action game. Good lord. It's almost as bad as QTEs. I'm interacting with the game.
Better not forget your good luck charm. Don't think I've ever seen you without it.
That's all I got left.
Alright, we get Oscar's heart. Yeah, she still has it after all this time.
There's all Oscar's data inside. I was lucky enough to steal it from the militia soldier who picked it up at the frontier between Baranur and the Yakast. I just need to find a compatible body for it. That is, if I ever get out of here.
Well, you've been here for a year. You'd think you would have lost faith by now. Alright. Yeah, now we got Katyusha's pick here, and Oscar's heart. Okay, I gotta leave it on that page so I know for future reference. Okay, anyway, let's grab our stuff. Oh, can we still talk to her? Okay.
Don't forget your gear. We'll need it in Gallery C.
Oh, okay. Alright, we've already checked that stuff, so grab our crap.
Glad you're here.
Let's stay close, Katyusha, okay?
Team Blue! Hey, you've got mail. It's for you, Amerikanska.
Sure, let's thank her.
Thanks.
No stalling you here. You got 5 minutes to see what's inside. Or else a less friendly face will come to get you.
Alright, examine the parcel. So, yeah, in this game, there's not really a... For those who want to, like, save it, there's not really a save in this game. It's just checkpoints. So be aware of that if you want to end the games at certain times. So, but anyway. Let's examine this and see what they say. Or have. Or something. Oh, what's this? Ooh.
It belonged to my mother. I used to play with it when I was a kid.
Huh. So it's like a music device or something like that? A flute?
This melody stuck with me throughout my childhood. I remember even my mother couldn't find out what it was called.
Yeah, it's a music box, so... Does it actually run all the way down? No, it doesn't. Okay, anyway. Alright, so we got a music box here. So. And then we've got a boarding pass. What? D20, let's see, read it. A plane ticket to New York. New York City! Gate D34, gate close 2005, seat 29B, boarding pass. Line Airways. Name of passenger, Kate Walker, flight BA 102, M. Class date, time 2035. Gate 34, 2000. No, we already got that part. Smoke, XX. 2, down, seat 100. Passenger ticket, baggage check 3L, ETKT. Well, what do you know?
Olivia Foster, New York. What could she have sent me given our dispute after my leaving with Hans?
Strange. What?
August 23rd, 2003. Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time for you to make preparations to return to New York. Your mother, Sarah Walker, passed away last night at Mount Sinai Hospital. She had been doing poorly for several months, and her death was no doubt a release. The funeral will take place Thursday, next week. We pushed back the ceremony so you can be with us. If I'm not mistaken, returning to the United States means you run the risk of having to answer to the law. Sometimes it's better to pay your debts to society instead of being forever on the run. And for once, just put aside those senseless, adventurous pretensions of yours. They've already cost you your friends and family. I beg you, Kate, please come back and say goodbye to your mother. Call me so we can organize your return in the best conditions possible. I've enclosed your mother's pendant. According to her, you used to love the mystery of its melody. I promised her I would send it to you. Call me for the sake of what's left of our friendship. Olivia, 212-359-1519.
And back to the past.
Well done, Donna, dear. I'm so proud of your concert on the square at the Academy of Music. We shall find a pretty frame for your diploma.
Thank you, Mother.
Once you've finished your studies at the Academy of Music next year, you'll be able to start higher education at the Paris Conservatory. Won't she, Anton?
Of course. Of course.
Then, my darling, you'll become a great concert pianist. You make us so proud, doesn't she, Anton?
Of course. Of course.
So proud.
Yeah, I don't want to get out of here. You're free room and board, baby.
I really do want to become a concert pianist, but the thought of leaving Papa, you, and the house to go to the Paris Conservatory doesn't exactly thrill me.
And it's perhaps not such a bad idea for you to move away from Wagen. Times are hard at the moment for people like us. I do worry about your health still. Thankfully, Herr Gustav agreed to take you on at the mountain refuge this summer.
Oh, yes. That mountain air will do you a world of good, my dear.
By the way, did you write to Herr Gustav to thank him?
Oh, well, I was very busy rehearsing the concert, you know.
The gentleman is offering you a job, Donna. Thanking him is the very least you can do.
Yes, Mother, I'll do it right away.
You know, finally playing Dana almost has its like weird sense, like where Kate's got her serious situation. This is more like, oh, I'm just a girl with just small time problems. But are they just small time problems? Can we thank the man for the job? And how's Kate Walker going to get out of her situation? We'll find out next time in the next episode of Syberia, the World Before. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.